homer, led the league in tackles with 85. The deep ball for Darius Prince, and Philadelphia's on the board first.
I think that's his intro video he does every time.
Yeah. You're funny.
Right. So I am Isaac, obviously, with Fun Football Podcast. I got my co-host, Bill. How are you doing, dude?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. I like
yourself. I like that. Vote for yourself.
3-day weekends, man. I like them.
Yeah, it was 4 for me because I'm still recovering. That's why we didn't go live. I was debating it, but I was out sick yesterday. I'm still not 100, if you can tell. But yeah, let's do this. This is going to be fun. Please, before we go, please like and subscribe. We're over 600.
Yes.
I have a lofty goal. I want to see how close to 1,000 we can get by New Year's. That's my goal. So let's do it.
1,000.
What's your shirt say? Always be yourself, unless what?
Unless you can be a cheetah. It's actually Will's. He loved Will's shirt. Yeah, he loved cheetahs as a little boy. He still does. So yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, all right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. This is just gonna be a short little video. We're gonna just run through our picks. We both took the 49ers, but Bill, really quick before we go into them.
Okay.
How did we do last week? I was 7-7, and how are you?
Oh, let's see. You were 7 out of the, what is it?
14,
how many?
14.
Yeah, and I got 9 straight up.
So I don't have our running season total. I'll do it next week, but I think I'm 3 up. I was 36 and 26. Do you have them or no? Yeah,
the straight up, because 7 plus 36, that gives you 43.
So 43 and
and
36, and it would have been. Trying to think of how many I didn't get right.
You got 7. I think you got 7 correct. Let me see.
36. I think I was 36 and 26. So I think I'm 43 and 33. What were you?
Yeah. 30 plus 9, so I'm 39.
So you're 39.
Yeah.
And then 39, 37. Okay, so I'm 4 up on you on the season. And
Yeah.
you're catching up every week, the last 2 weeks. So we're super close. We need to up our game, man. I'm going to do the math on that. So 43 divided by 76 is 57%. We got to up it. And you're at 30. If I'm right on my math, you're at 39 out of 76. 51%.
Yeah.
We got to get one of our over 60. So let's up this. Okay, so people, you're getting quality picks here.
You're right, 50-50.
So we did better last season, so we're going to up our game for you guys. I've got multiple layered stats and info for you, and so does Bill. So we're going to roll into it. We both picked the 49ers.
Yeah.
I know we're just saying that, but we did in our pick 'em. We're 1-0.
Yes.
We're going to run through them. The Jags at the Bears. The Bears the line has gone down to 1.
Oh.
The Bears are. I'm looking on Yahoo. There's 70% that people are betting them on 70% on the bets and the money.
Wow.
On ESPN, I don't usually use ESPN, but I decided to do something new. FPI has them winning 59% of the time by an average of 3.7 points.
Okay.
This is the first time they've been favored in a game outside of Chicago since 2021.
Wow, do we trust that?
DJ Moore Williams had his best game of the season last week. His QBR has gone up. His rating has gone up every week of the season. Caleb, every week he's gone up.
Wow. Okay.
So, do we trust that? This
the defense I don't worry about. It's their offense.
You know what's sad is, I'm reading this on ESPN too.
Yeah.
The Bears, you think of Bears, you think of running and defense, right? Just historically. Yeah. This is the first time in the last 30 years they've had multiple touchdowns rushing in 2 straight games. They haven't done that since the early 90s.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
It's been bad offensive line play that's undermined their franchise for a while, and that's their problem now. But they are facing a team that only has 11 sacks on the season. Yeah. So the question is do the Jags have the defense
to
create pressure and actually get at them.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Either. The Jags are, surprisingly, one thing that shocked me when I looked. The Jaguars, shockingly, they've been using Tank Bigsby. He's starting to take Travis Etienne's job. The Jaguars are up to 11th in rushing through 5 games, and they're 9th in rush D. But they are the worst pass defense in the league now, and they're only a crack above the Bears' passing offense. And their defense overall is 31st in yards and 30th in points. I just don't see it.
I don't either. I mean, and the one stat that stood out for me is Jacksonville is 0-3 on the road. I mean, they're streak
game. They play there every year. They have 2 in a row. They're just staying overseas. But this team has been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, I know they beat Indy, but they hung against Houston. So they have looked better the last 2 weeks, but they got smashed by the Bills. That was their wake-up call. The Browns took it to them, and the Dolphins, they were ahead, but then they fell apart. I just don't think they're a very good team, and I'm starting to think the Bears might be decent.
Yeah. Who's the Jacksonville only win? Who did they beat?
Indy this last week.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And the Bears won. They beat Tennessee by 7, lost by 6 to Houston, so they both played Houston close. They lost to Indy, whereas Jacksonville just beat Indy. But since the Bears lost to Indy, they went and beat the Rams at home, and then they just destroyed Carolina.
Jacksonville's defense, man, they're averaging, they're giving opponents 28 points a game. I mean, that's just, no. I can't.
So we're both going Bears.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit our Packers. Let's do it.
All right.
We are up to 5.5-point favorites. You are looking at one of the biggest feast or famine teams in the NFL, maybe the biggest. They rely on big plays on offense.
Yeah.
They rely on takeaways on
defense,
which is not a sustainable model. However, we are really good at both. We are second in the league in interceptions. McKinney had himself a fumble recovery last week. He has 6 takeaways by himself.
That's crazy.
It's stupid. Our pressure is starting to get home too. We are 6th in sacks.
Yeah.
We're 16. Here's the thing that scares me.
Yeah.
We're playing a team with Kyler Murray and Connor that's 5th in rushing while we're 3rd. But our run D has actually been better than our pass D this season. We're 11th in run D. We're 23rd in pass D.
Really? Wow. That's interesting. Okay.
We're a little bit better than them in every metric. We're 9th in points. They're 12th.
Yeah.
We're 4th in yards. They're 14th. We're 10th in passing offense. They're 24th. We're 3rd in rushing. They're 5th. So we're a little bit better everywhere. Time possession, we're 12th. They're 26th. And then on D, our D bends but doesn't break. We're 13th in points. They're all the way down to 27th. Yards, we're 21st. They're 25th.
Okay.
It's the only thing they're better at is pass D, and it's only marginally.
Yeah.
We're a better team all around.
Here's what scares me.
Brand, but I don't know.
Is the mobile quarterback, and you just said Connor running. I mean, they got the two-headed monster running game, and that's going to be scary. That's going to be scary.
I just feel like we should be a better team.
We should.
Leading all quarterbacks in yards per rush with 11 almost. 10.7. His legs are going to have to be a factor, but our D's only given up 4.4 yards a carry. We're middle of the pack, which has been an improvement. But Love has 5 picks in just his 3 games. That pick 6 last week. I want to see consistency out of the dude. Like, he throws that pick 6. You can tell he's not healthy and in rhythm at all. But then he throws a dime to Reed and a couple dimes to Kraft, who was wide open. The guy I'm looking at outside of Love is, are we going to be able to run the ball successfully all game? And who's going to step up? We were talking about on the phone. Who's going to step up behind Jaden Reed and be the next guy? Looks like Tucker Kraft is starting to establish himself, but is it going to be Dontavian Wicks or is it going to be Romeo Doubs? Who's going to step up? Because Wicks missed some opportunities last week, dropped some passes.
Yeah.
And Doubs is coming off the 1-game suspension, which is interesting.
Hopefully, we need a number 2 to start stepping up because we
do.
I think though my big thing is the run game. We got to get Jacobs, keep pounding it, move the chains. Love, I'm gonna caveat this. Is he worth the money that we signed him for? Yes, but I hate this.
Let's give him more time too.
I know, but here's my thing. When it just happens, when these quarterbacks sign long-year contracts, big money, what happens? They turn into mediocre. I just hate that. I just hate that. But
I think that the guy has high potential because he's got such arm talent. I'm hoping with coaching, with more time with these dudes, he didn't turn the ball over a lot last season. I know we saw it in the 49ers game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we see, if you were comparing to Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers protect the ball more. Favre was willing to take risks because he had the arm. I'm hoping we see like a middle ground with the dude where he's willing to take some risks, which is occasionally going to lead to some bad plays because he has the arm talent. But I'm also hoping that we can have some long drives. Like, I love big plays, don't get me wrong. But I want to see like some 12-play drives, keep our defense off the field, RPO, get Jaden Reed going in motion.
Yes.
Let's get Dontavian Wicks involved with some screens, Jaden Reed and some screens. Let's get Wilson going. Let's try to have some long drives. Our offense, it's so young and athletic. They make big plays, which I love. Can we, if the Cardinals are good at, they're actually solid at taking away big plays, can we have that long 10, 12, 13-play drive?
I agree, because here's the thing. If you have a lead and you want to, take time off the clock so they don't get the ball back and try to score and, get closer, regain the lead, you want a long sustaining drive so that you can milk the clock. I mean, and right now I'm not seeing us able to do that even with our running game.
Exactly. No, you nailed it. There's some injuries too, Bill. Rasheed Walker is questionable.
Okay.
Wyatt is out, who's been a breakout star for us.
Yeah.
Jordan Morgan's questionable, so that's a couple offensive linemen. Watson, we already knew. He's up to questionable, if you can believe that. So Watson may play.
Wow. Really?
Deion Sanders questionable. So
okay.
We got some injuries. But the Cardinals, on the other hand, their kicker's questionable. They got a defensive lineman out, and a couple offensive linemen out, and one of their corners is questionable. So I feel like our guys are more impactful, but we're also at home in Lambeau. So I'm leaning Packers 31, Cardinals 24.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good shootout. I'm thinking around the same thing. I'm going to say 27-20, something like that. Yeah.
For the next game, I'm not going to spend too much time on. The Texans are favored. Let me look and see if the line is the same. They're 6.5. It moved down from 7, but 6.5. Drake May is playing. I just don't think this Patriots team's got it.
No,
the Texans are not points wise, but yardage wise. You're looking at a team. The Texans are even better than the Patriots on defense, which is supposed to be their strength.
Is Mixon playing the Texan game?
Let me look. Questionable.
He's still questionable. Okay, because he was
Jimmy Ward's out, and their corner is out.
Okay. Because he, I know, was practicing this week, so it looked like hopefully he'll be back. So,
Ramondre Stevenson is out for the Pats, so that's their best weapon on offense.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go take him out of fantasy right now. I haven't even looked at it. So man, I don't know. This is rough.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go move him out right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm putting Nixon in. I'm assuming he's playing because he practiced all week. He practiced Friday, and they said he practiced today. So I'm assuming he's going to be put in.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The Pats have a laundry list of injuries. Receivers questionable.
They're just
another receiver's questionable. They got a bunch of defensive guys, offensive guys banged up. Their offense is terrible. It's 31st. Or 32nd in every metric except for rushing, but Stevenson's
bad.
I would be shocked if they pulled this out. I really would.
Oh, it would be an upset, major upset. Yes.
So we're going Texans.
Right.
Here's one where we differ. Oh, you know what? I'll do another lock really quick. We're going to go Eagles. I'm surprised the line's so high because I don't really trust this Eagles team. It moved down a point from 9.5 to 8.5. But
really?
Yeah, but it's still 8.5, and it's the Eagles.
That's a lot of points, though.
It is a lot of points.
8.5. Dang, man. Okay. Cleveland's defense isn't bad. Their offense sucks, but their defense isn't bad. I mean, that's interesting.
The Eagles' defense is not very good. So if there was a game for the Browns to get right, but I just think Deshaun Watson just doesn't care.
No,
He doesn't care. And you know what?
I have him benched on my fantasy team. I benched him. I picked up Sam Darnold. I mean, I was just like,
they should just bench him. They should bench him. He doesn't care until he shows some signs of life. They've looked pretty mediocre. They held they hung in there with the Giants, but that's not saying much. And they lost to the Raiders, and then they got destroyed by the Commanders. And I think the Eagles are going to be kind of ticked off after that Tampa game.
Yes.
And I don't think they want to go down to 2-3. So
nope, not at home. Not at home.
The next game, this one is we differed on this one. The Bucs and the Saints.
Yes.
The Bucs are a 3.5-point favorite on the road in New Orleans. A team that I'm starting to not trust. They've looked progressively worse each week. Like they destroyed Carolina.
Yep.
They destroyed the Cowboys. It was a little closer.
Yeah.
But they still won by 25.
Yeah.
They really didn't show up against Philly. Not offensively. Their defense did, but they gave it away late. But their offense fell off a cliff. They played a little better against Atlanta offensively, but their defense regressed and they lost that game. And then they got beat up pretty handily by the Chiefs. And I'm wondering if what we're seeing was a mirage and if they're just not that good. That's what I'm starting to think.
Yeah, and you're right. I think sometimes the Saints are so up and down, it's not even funny. I mean, the only reason why I went with them is because they're at home. Every time I pick against them and they're at home, I wind up losing that one. So that's why I went at home.
The Bucs are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games as underdogs.
Wow.
But they're favored in this one.
So that's interesting.
But it's a little betting nugget. 8-2 against the spread.
Right.
But it's underdogs. That's super weird. FPI has them winning by 59.8, an average of 3.8 points. The three experts on ESPN gave it to the Bucs. The betting line, 70% of bets are on the Bucs. 90% of the money is on the Bucs.
Really?
They're up and down. They really are. They shouldn't have lost that Atlanta game. They kind of blew it. Denver was their one bad game of the season, but they showed up against Washington, which now looks even more legit because Washington's 4-1. That's their only loss. They went to Detroit and beat them, and they beat up Philly hard. Yeah. The only game they blew Atlanta late when Atlanta's not a terrible team, and Denver 3-2. So that loss is looking, even though it was a bad loss in Tampa, on the road. They're 1-1. They look a little up and down too, but at least I can see some up. The Saints, since the middle of September, have looked like straight trash.
I agree. Tampa Bay probably, my head is probably saying Tampa Bay, but my heart is picking the Saints still because one, they're at home, and two, all the money. And don't tell me money's not involved in some of this game, dude. I'm sorry, I don't have anything.
You're actually still on points. They're better because the first few weeks, but it's pretty skewed. And this is only 5 weeks in, but they're slightly better on offense by 2.5 points. Yardage wise, they're pretty similar. The Saints are a little better at running the ball. The Bucs are a little better at passing. On D, the Bucs are average 17th. The Saints are 8th. So their D is solid, but both pass Ds are straight trash. The Saints bend, but they don't break. Their run D is top 10. They're both bottom 6 pass Ds. They both are pretty bad. I think I just trust Baker to have a field day more than Derek Carr.
Here's the Saints and Kamara. How are the Bucs against the run? Because 16th, I think
16th.
Okay, so it's kind of middle.
The problem is the Saints D is only 26th against the pass.
Yeah.
And Winfield might come back for the Bucs. McMillan might come back. Rashawn White's out, but they have Bucky Irving, so they've got him, the rookie.
Yeah.
And on D, the Saints are Taysom Hill's out, linebackers out, starting tackles out for the Bucs. Ooh, their other safeties banged up, so they've got injuries on D, but they've had them all season. Their center's out, so they both have some injuries, but Baker's he's looking a lot better than Derek Carr right now.
Yeah, no, I get it. I was just thinking if the Bucs weren't real good against the run, Kamara might have a good day, but
average 16th.
Okay. Man.
Bucs are 16th against the run, 28th against the pass. The Saints against the pass are 26. That's where I'm thinking Baker and Mike Evans and Godwin, and if McMillan's back, have a field day. Rachaad White is not available, though, and he's a great pass catcher, so that is a loss.
Yes. Okay.
But then the Saints pass D is, like I said, 26th. Bucks are 28th. Both are really not very good pass Ds.
No. Let me see. The record. The Saints are 1-1 at home. The Bucks are 1-1 away, so they're about the same there.
I kind of get the idea of splitting on this one. Like, it isn't a landslide. The stats are telling me the Saints. I can see why or they're telling me Bucks. I can see why you go Saints. They need a rebound game. They did hang in there against Atlanta and Philly. KC took them apart, 26-13.
Do you think that's a good split one, though? We'll leave it split? Or, I mean, it's tough, dude.
I get it, because I'm taking another road team, so that's tough. But no, I'm still leaning Bucks. I think they're going to figure this one out. It is a little weird thinking the Saints are going to go to 2-4, but I'm starting to wonder if they're really just not that very. They're not very good.
Well, and that's my thing. It's like, do I want to go
on a higher ceiling?
Is my logic because they're at home and they want to rebound, or should I take the Bucks and hopefully we get that one and only differ on a few, try to lock in? You know, that's the tough part.
I got another one for you. So the Bucks Saints rivalry, is okay. So I've got it. This decade, the Saints are 5-4, so it's super split. In 2020, the Saints won both. The Bucks won the playoff game, so they got their revenge. The Saints won the 2, and then the Bucks won the playoffs.
Okay.
The Bucks. That was the year the Bucks won the Super Bowl, and it was Drew Brees' final game. Then the next year, without Drew Brees, the Saints won both. That was pre-Baker. 2 years ago, the Bucks won both. So it was Saints, Bucks. Bucks won the playoff game. Last year was split. The Bucks won in New Orleans. The Saints won in Tampa.
Oh, gee.
Super split. I think there's a good chance the team split it this year. There's a solid chance the Saints win this game. It's a tough one. I'm leaning Bucks.
Okay. I'll stick with the Saints. Just that way we have covered on that one. Okay.
That's good. Next one I got is another one we differ on, Indy, Tennessee, and I don't love this one. Tennessee's favored by 2.5. I don't blame you for picking Tennessee. I was leaning Indy. Jonathan Taylor is out. Josh Downs and Michael Pittman are questionable. And Richardson, so that leaves Joe freaking Flacco. God dang it. Jamal Adams is out for the Titans. I don't love this game at all. This looks stupid. What is this?
I went Titans because 1, they're at home, and 2, no Taylor. I mean, and Richardson. I mean, that's huge, dude.
1 second.
Okay. I mean, that's huge. Your number 1 running back and number 1 quarterback. I mean, so I'm thinking.
I agree. So ESPN has got Indy which is what I picked, by only 52.5%, so an average of 0.7 points. 2 of the experts took Indy because they don't trust Tennessee. 1 took Tennessee.
Yeah.
So it's so hard for me to pick Will Levis to win a game.
No, yeah.
Like, he beat Miami, but that's with their 3rd string quarterback. Joe Flacco is good enough to start for some teams. And Indy hung in there last week with Jacksonville. It was the defense. They scored 34. And Indy, the 2 weeks before that, they beat Pittsburgh with Flacco. And with Richardson in part of the game, they beat the Bears.
Yep. Yeah.
And they hung in there against Green Bay.
Yes, they did.
They actually hung in there against Houston. Indy has played in every game of the season a 1-score game.
Yeah.
Tennessee, on the other hand, has actually done similar. They won a 1-score game. They lost the Bears by 7, the Jets by 7. We beat them by 16. And then they beat the Dolphins by 19, but it was with, they beat Skylar Thompson.
Right.
I just don't love Will Levis, man. Like, this guy's hard to root for. Like, he can't throw the ball at all. No. He throws it to the other team.
Yep. I know.
I'm going Indy.
All right. You stick Indy. I'm going to just, again, why? I don't know, but I'm going to take the Titans.
I'm going to pick an underdog because the Titans are 2.5, and that feels fishy. So I have to go an underdog. Like, I just don't like this stupid Titans team.
I don't like this game right there, but this
is interesting. The Titans have won 8 straight games following their bye. second longest streak in the NFL. They had a bye week last week. So that's interesting.
Yeah, you're right. So, wow.
The Colts are 4-1 against the spread this season with 3 straight covers. There you go. There's my line I needed.
Nice.
Give me the Colts.
All right.
So we both took Eagles. This might be the game of the week. Let's talk that Ravens. Woo.
Oh, man.
Ravens Commanders. Oh, man. I hope that is on TV.
That should be.
That game.
That's good. Yeah.
The Ravens are somehow 6.5-point favorites. And my problem is, I get it. They're 81% bets are on them, 77% of the money. But here's the problem. Yeah. The Ravens pasty is 31st. And yes, I get it's because they're ahead. The Commanders are only 14th, but they can sling it.
Yeah.
And they're second in rushing. The Ravens this is how they're winning games. They're first in rush offense, first in rush defense. That's a winning formula.
Yes.
So we're obviously going to go Baltimore, but they almost blew that game against Cincy. And the Commanders, since that Tampa lost, have won 4 straight. I just don't see a world where the Ravens fall to 3-3 and the Commanders go to 5-1 in Baltimore. So
you don't see. You sure you don't want to split on that one?
I would.
I know, right?
All right, let me pull some more stuff.
Because
I went more stat heavy than I normally do because it's a pre-record. I don't want to see what people think in the live.
My thing is
stat heavy, but
what you just said. Baltimore's dead, almost last in the pass defense, dude.
Yeah, but teams have been behind on them, so they have to sling. So it's a little skewed, but they could be better. They could be better for sure. All right, Baltimore. Okay, Washington's run D ranks 31st in yards per carry allowed, 5.1, and 22nd in yards per game. So are they going to be able to hold up against Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson?
Dang. Yeah.
They're coming against their best showing, though. Only 104 yards versus the Browns, but that's the Browns. With no Chubb.
No Chubb, yeah.
But, exactly. Cleveland's far from Baltimore when it comes to running the ball. They're first in rushing. The Ravens are averaging 211 yards per game.
Rushing.
In this NFL. That's why I took rushing matters, dude. It does.
Dude, yeah. No, it does.
They don't hold the problem I have is Baltimore doesn't hold the lead. So if they're up by 14, are they going to be able to hold it? Like they did against Buffalo, but they almost blew that lead against Dallas. And Dallas can throw it. And Washington's starting to get better at that. So I don't know.
I'll still go Baltimore too. No, I get you with you. I mean, I need Derrick Henry to big day again.
This is kind of fun. This is the third starting quarterback matchup since 1950 between the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, which is Jane Daniels, and the reigning MVP, which is Lamar Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
It happened with Jackson and Burrow in 2020, and in 1971 with Jim Plunkett versus John Brody. So it's only the third time in 74 years reigning Heisman, reigning MVP. Kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good.
Yeah, right.
Tidbit. That's awesome.
Yeah, I went on 3 different sites. I've actually got 4 up. I wanted to have a diversity of stuff. The over-under is 52 points. They're not trusting the Ds in this game.
Wow.
ESPN's got one of them had the Commanders winning. But
really?
Its FPI has Baltimore winning by 64% by an average of 6 points.
Okay.
The Commanders have won their past 2 games as underdogs. McLaurin has 13 or more fantasy points in 3 straight games, with 2 of them over 18 points. He's had 24 targets.
Does Baltimore have the corners?
Daniels is starting to find him. I think he can hang, dude. I really do. I think this is going to be the game of the week for the reason. Marlon Humphrey for the Ravens is questionable. Ron Staley is questionable.
Yeah.
Their backup running back Mitchell's questionable. Defensive tackle Washington is out. Who I don't think starts for them is questionable or out. The Commanders, Brian Robinson Jr. is out. They're starting running back. Some big injuries on both sides. Ouch.
How's Baltimore's secondary?
Brian Robinson, he's been key for them. He really has. They're second in rushing because of Daniels and him. That hurts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that now. Like
Nope.
right now, Brian Robinson has 325 yards in the season. Daniels has 300. Their next guy's at 150. That's a big part of their game.
That's huge.
That's a huge part you're taking out. But Baltimore's already questionable pass D, has corners injured.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. How's their secondary?
Not good.
Okay.
31st. But
wow. See? Jeez.
But Washington's only 14th in passing. They've been riding the strength of their improving passing game, but they've been riding the strength of that rush offense.
Okay.
They're second. They're down at 178, which is still amazing. The Ravens are just by far the best rushing team in the league.
Yeah.
Washington, like I said, their run D is 21st, but their pass D, Washington's pass D is 12th.
Really? Okay.
So they're actually better than the Ravens in yards and points per game on D.
So it's really going to come down to, can Washington stop the rushing, Derrick Henry? And if they can, they have a chance. If they don't, then they don't. It's really going to come down to that. It seems like.
Are you taking Baltimore?
I'm taking Baltimore. Yeah. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a big day. Of course, I need him for my fantasy too. But are you thinking Washington?
I can't do. There's a part of me that wants to take the Commanders.
Yeah, but
I got to go Baltimore. I don't think they're going to blow this one at home.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either.
Chargers Broncos.
Ooh, man.
And then we'll recap at the end for everybody. And please leave us some comments on this video. Tell us if you like. We're going to be back live next week. We've got Nick from Packer Talk Net coming on. We'll talk some Packers and do some picks. We're going to have another live for you guys at a place soon at the end of the month or November. We're going to have a former Packer player coming on. So we got some fun stuff coming up. Okay, got a few more. Chargers, Broncos. This is a tough one. Chargers are favored by 3. In Denver, they're 2-2. The Broncos are 3-2. So one of the surprises of the season. Audric Estime, rookie, who hasn't played. I'm hoping he gets some playing time. I shouldn't have thrown him in. He hasn't done anything for them. But the Chargers do have some injuries. Gus Edwards is out, backup running back. Joey Bosa is questionable. Santi Samuel's out. The Broncos, Josh Reynolds, one of their starting receivers, out. They've got a tackle out. Quarterback questionable. So they've got some injuries. You're looking at, if you can believe this, the Chargers are first in points on D. Denver's second.
Oh, okay. This can be a defensive battle then, I guess.
The over-under is only 35.5. The last game for reference was 51.
Dang.
35.5. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I probably would take the under on this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Chargers have lost 7 of their last 10 against the Broncos and haven't won in Denver since 2018. What do you think John Harbaugh is going to be preaching this week?
Oh, man.
Jim Harbaugh. Wow. Sorry.
Yeah. Dang.
They're a 2-game skid. They haven't scored a touchdown in the second half since week 1. The Chargers have had issues scoring. They've only put up 10 points the last 2 against Pittsburgh and KC. And the Broncos are another beast on D.
Yes.
And it is in Denver.
It is. That's, Yeah. I'm leaning Denver for, again, 2 reasons. They're at home and that defense. I don't trust the Chargers offense. Sorry.
I don't know about Denver's offense, but it's starting to show life.
Yeah.
But neither.
I know, right? Let's see. Who's the 2 Charger wins? They beat
on offense. The Broncos are 22nd only with 19, but the Chargers are 28th with only 17 points. So both teams lean on their D. The Chargers have a 2-game slide. Is that going to continue? Are the Broncos really going to go to 4-2?
Let's look. Who the Chargers won? The Chargers beat the Raiders and Carolina. That's their 2 wins. Yeah. Not real impressive.
The Broncos have beaten the Jets, Tampa, and the Raiders after starting 0-2. Are they going to continue? And they hung in there against the Steelers, and they hung in there against the Seahawks.
Yep.
So they've got quality. I'm not saying that Chargers were up on the Chiefs, and then they blew it. We were there. They were up 10-0, and they got just destroyed. And the Steelers, they hung in there, but they lost 20-10. I thought the Chargers might be a better team, but Nix has looked good for the Broncos. You know what? I'm going to flip this one. Give me Denver.
Are you okay? I'm going to switch you here. All right. So we don't differ. Now we only differ on one.
ESPN is barely giving the Chargers the edge. 54.4. The betting lines are. This is weird. Only 37% of the bets are on Denver, but 72% of the money's on Denver. So people are putting big money on Denver.
Really?
But the line is Chargers by 3 in Denver.
Okay.
That was a tough one, dude. I don't love that game.
Yeah.
I wish we could have one we skipped every week. That would have been one of my contenders.
I wish.
We got 5 more. Let's do a lock. We're gonna go Atlanta over Carolina. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Easy. We're gonna go Steelers over Raiders, even though that one's a little bit of a question mark. We're gonna go Steelers over Raiders.
Yes. Raiders could pull a miracle, but I don't think so. But
been starting Spencer Rattler, which could be good for them.
Yeah.
The Steelers are on a 2-game slide, but they only lost each one by a field goal. Yeah. I gotta think that Tomlin's gonna right that ship. But
I agree. I
don't trust this Raider team, but
no.
It is in Las Vegas. But Pittsburgh's favored by 3. We're both gonna go Pittsburgh. We're both going Atlanta, and I think we're both going Bills, right?
Yes, I'm taking Bills, and this is a disclaimer. Devontae Adams, if you're listening, come back to Green Bay. But anyway.
If he's listening, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I am a little concerned about the Bills because James Cook is questionable and Shakir is questionable.
Yes.
So that's 2 weapons. The Jets made a coaching change and an OC change. The Bills are still 3rd on offense, even though they haven't looked as great the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Kind of on the strength of the first 3 weeks of the season. But they blew that Houston game. Their D is solid, but the Jets D is elite.
Yes, and that's the thing.
So
that's the only thing.
But
I just don't trust that offense. The Jets offense, I just don't. I don't know. Yeah, you got Hall, but I mean,
I'm gonna go Bills. You got it. I'm gonna go Bills.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're gonna talk about. Let's save the best game that's left for last. We'll do the Cowboys one last.
Yes.
Let's do the Cincy Giants game. Okay. So this one's a little tough because who are the real Giants? Can they stand up?
Yeah.
Like
who are they?
Who are they? Who are they? Get destroyed by Minnesota, who's 5-0. They hang with Washington, which looks more legit. They beat the Browns, who suck. They hung with the Cowboys, who are decent.
Yep.
And they beat the Seahawks, who I question the validity of the Seahawks.
In Seattle.
I've won 2 of their last 3. They're 2-3 now.
Yep.
The Bengals, on the other hand, are 1-4 and blew it against the Ravens.
Yep.
And they have to get this win. But you're looking at one of the worst defenses in football with the Bengals.
Right.
I'm just thinking the worst offenses on the Giants.
Exactly. How's who's the leading rusher on the Giants?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it Singletary?
Yeah,
it's Singletary with 221 yards, but Tracy might steal that job. He had 100 yards last week. He's at 5.3 yards per carry. Solid chance he steals that job. Malik Neighbors has been their best weapon.
Yeah.
Is he back? That's my question. Let's look. He's out.
He's out. Wow. Dude, I just don't like Cincinnati.
Last week and they still won.
I mean, are they able to run the ball on Cincy? Hey.
Yeah, he's out. Kayvon Thibodeau is out for the Giants as well. Devin Singletary is questionable. This all happened last week and they still freaking beat Seattle. I just don't think Cincinnati can afford to lose another game.
Yeah.
Their defense sucks. Chase Brown's questionable for them. They've got no other massive injuries. They're 4th in points, the Bengals are. They're 9th in yards, 4th in passing, all the way down to 28th in rushing. They haven't been able to run the ball. They can't stop a nosebleed. They're only 18th in pass D, but they're down at 26th and 31st in points. I don't trust them on defense at all. But I think it's way more likely they go 2-4, win this game, than the Giants beat them, knock them to 1-5, and go to 3-3. That's why I'm leaning. That's for me why I'm leaning Cincy.
Man, I get it. It just, that defense of Cincy's what's the offense. I'm not worried about. Cincy's got weapons, but
unders are 5-0 in Sunday night games this season. 31 in the past 10 seasons. and
Okay.
60, 31, and 2 since 2019. Wendell Robinson is going to need to step up for the Giants.
Yeah.
ESPN's got them FPI 60.6 by an average of 4 points. They are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 47. 90% of the bets are on Cincy. 80% of the money is on Cincy.
Really?
Give me Cincy.
Wow. All
Sorry,
right. I'm gonna stick with the underdog, and
we have to do a few different.
yeah.
Last game. Let's do it.
Okay.
Then we'll recap for you guys. I'll tell you what's coming up. We got a really, really cool show of what we're going to rename the Cheesy Bear soon. But Blitz with Med on Tuesday. We're going to have Jones for Jones and Janae, who got me a Packer. I'll go grab it in a second. She got me a Super Bowl 45 DVD of the Packers Super Bowl. I got this from my friend in Arizona recently. It's got my last name on the back. This is my anniversary with Lynn, June 2nd.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm very excited, but let's talk this last big game. This is a huge game for both teams. The Lions are coming off a bye.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the goodies on there.
There's 3-1 Lions at the 3-2 Cowboys. Yeah.
And the Lions have been a little inconsistent.
Yep. And Laporta really hasn't been much of a factor, it seems, either.
He hasn't. Montgomery has a rushing TD and has put up 15 or more fantasy points in all 4 of their games. He's been huge. The Cowboys D gives up, here's some fantasy tidbits for people. The Cowboys D gives up the 7th most fantasy points per game to running backs. All 3 experts said Lions. The Lions are FPI only 57% by an average of 3 points. They are favored by 3 points. The over and under is 52.5. 76% of the bets are on the Lions. 81% of the money is on the Lions.
Wow.
Pitch the Bills, Bill. Pitch the Cowboys. Why are they going to win?
Wow. I mean, yeah. Wow. I'm going to say the Cowboys win. They control the line of scrimmage and they run the ball. I mean, yeah.
They're a little better at running. They're up to 12. They're only 31st in rushing. The Cowboys have been terrible, but they've been a little bit better recently with Dowdle. The Lions are 7th in rushing. The Cowboys are up to 3rd in passing, but if you can believe this, the Jared Goff led Lions are 7th.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams has been a weapon.
Man, this one is
in receiving. He's actually got more yards than St. Brown or Laporta.
Wow.
289 yards on the season.
Well, side note, I want St. Brown to have a big day, so don't get me wrong there. I hate going for the Lions because they're in our division. I don't want them to win. I want them to lose. But
I agree.
Yeah.
I think they're a better team than the Cowboys. The only thing that's giving me trepidation is, are the Cowboys going to go to 0-3 at home? That feels a little weird, but they stuck out a win last week, and I just think this Lions team is better. I can usually see them squeaking this one out, like they squeaked out a win in Pittsburgh, and they almost came back against Baltimore. The only game they really didn't show up was the New Orleans game. I think you're looking at a close game. I really do. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I just think the Lions have a little more talent.
They do, and I agree. But I'm just going to I'm going to trust that O-line for Dallas to take over and Rico to be able to, run the ball.
Now, if we stick with this, we're only differing on 4 games, and I went more favorites than you did.
Right.
I only picked. See, that's what scares me is I only picked. 1, 2. I switched to Denver.
Yep.
How many underdogs did I take? Did I only take 3 underdogs?
I think you took. Let's see.
That's not good.
We only differ on 1, 2.
Went Bears. Went Packers.
3, 4 right
I went Indy. That's 1.
Yep.
I'm going Denver. That's 2.
Yep.
Damn. More underdogs are going to win than that.
Yeah, I know. That's what
I went
betting.
You went Giants.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
That's why the Dallas game is kind of sneaky because Dallas could pull that off.
It is.
But because right now we differ on 4. I'm taking the Saints, Titans, Dallas and Giants.
Yeah, which sucks. I can't go Jacksonville. That's not what I'm going to do.
No.
I'm going to change one pick. I'm going to go not the Bucks. I'm feeling them.
Okay.
Really
not the Jets.
There's a really big part of me that wants to go Washington, but I can't do it. I'm going to stick with the Broncos.
Okay.
Oh, is this the game I should switch? The problem is Micah Parsons is out. I feel like that's got to catch up to him. But
you would think.
Somebody said this to me. I think it was my father-in-law. This is when the Cowboys show up is when you don't expect them to.
Yep, that too. Exactly.
They lost the first 2 games. The third straight game, it would be their first 3-game home losing streak since 2006. You know what? I don't see that happening. Go ahead and give me Dallas.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there's a part of me that just thinks Dallas, there's no way they're going to lose the third straight home game. As good as Detroit is, they haven't looked outstanding. They really haven't. They looked good against the Seahawks. It scares me that they're going to come off the bye and look even better. But their offense did look great against the Cardinals. The Bucks held them down. They did score 26 against the Rams, but that's not saying much. So other than that Seattle game, they haven't really blown out on offense. And I think the Cowboys, I think they're going to lean on Dowdle, hopefully enough.
Yeah.
The Lions' run D is really good, but their pass D is not. I think the Cowboys are going to have a field day against that pass D. So give me the Cowboys. I got to pick a few upsets. And
all right. Do you think I should go Lions?
I'm still going Cincy. But I'm going to shock you. I'm going to go Jets.
You're going to go to the Jets? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know we're differing on another one, and I like the Jets. I'll tell you why. Here's why I'm going to flip that one, because I want to go a couple more upsets. I need more upsets, and all 3 Bills games have gone under the total. 4 straight Jets games have gone under the total, and I think if it goes heavy defense, it's going to lean Jets. I think the coaching change is going to promote some offense for the Jets. I think they're going to look better. And the Bills are banged up on offense. If Shakir is out and James Cook is out, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But,
so,
dang it.
Who do you think?
The Bills have never lost 3 straight games following a 3-0 start.
I saw that.
Damn.
That's why I know. That's why I'm going Buffalo. What do you think the total points will be on that one?
It's in New York, though.
Yep. But Buffalo's same thing. It's the same state.
Yeah, but it's a home game for them.
Yeah.
Let me pull up this Bills Jets. What do I think the total on that one?
Yeah, because for the total points. I was thinking 44.
I think it's going to go under. I'm thinking 38.
38? Okay. I'll change that. 38.
Let me pull up some stuff on that game. Hold on.
I'm going to go to the Lions while you're doing that. I'm going to flip-flop. You're going to take the Cowboys. I'm going to take the Lions.
Bill's like, I see an opportunity. Isaac, you did it. Well, I was trying to pick more in common with you, but I think we're still different on 5 now. So we're going to have to recap for everybody in a second.
We will.
This was a fun record. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I missed the people in the comments, but this was fun. I'm going to upload it, I think, today. I couldn't in the morning, but I think it'll get more views on a Saturday. So
on a Saturday.
You know what we could do? Do you have Monday off?
Yeah. Yep, I have Monday off. If you want to do a small segment.
Well, the problem is I don't think the game's on TV, so I don't know what I'd be talking about with the Packer game. I think that stupid not stupid. I think that awesome Washington game's going to be on, and then I know that Cowboy is going to be on.
Yes.
So, crazy hair day.
Dude, tell me about it. I know.
Yeah, it's I'm home. Let's pull up this Bills Jets rivalry.
I think the Bills have owned them, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so too. 6-2. Ugh.
Yep.
They split last year. The Jets won one in overtime in New York. The Jets have won the last 2 in New York.
Oh, okay.
You know what, Bill? That franchise history thing scares me.
Yeah.
And I might need to hear the injury report if James Cook is going to play. Let me pull up the injury report really quick.
Yeah, Bills, do that.
Jets, that matters. Yep. We need to be in depth. And maybe this isn't helping, but
no. No.
So it's Saturday. James Cook was limited on Saturday.
Okay.
He finished the game last week. He landed awkwardly and not practice. He saw limited practice time Saturday.
Okay. Limited.
He can't play Ray Davis, who Med loves, but he's a rookie, and Ty Johnson will play. That's huge. Shakir's going to be a game time decision. So Curtis Samuel, Keon Coleman, the rookie, they would be the next guys up.
Yep.
And Oliver is banged up for the Bills.
Okay. Hey.
You're
so,
like, yeah. Who do I pick?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, this is tough, right? Aaron Rodgers is not on the injury report.
Okay.
He just hasn't looked great at all.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't been hitting with Wilson and stuff. I just don't get it, dude.
No.
Watch this be the game where Rodgers throws for like 5 touchdowns, 400 yards or something. I mean, I just,
Yeah. Yeah, for real. All right, I'll run through the stats. Let's do the breakdowns. Monday Night Football. Okay. Bills are favored by 2.5. The over-under is 41.
Okay.
The Bills, what I'm seeing on the injury report on Stupid Yahoo, Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, is out. James Cook is questionable with the toe. He did finish last week, but we're not sure. Shakir, questionable, like I said. Taron Johnson, their best corner, is questionable. He's been banged up all year. Tyler Conklin, questionable for the Jets. CJ Mosley, questionable. That's it. So Jets have less injuries. Jets are 25th in points, 27th in yards, but the Bills are 3rd in points. But the last couple of weeks, 10 and 20. So their offense has fallen off since the beginning of the season.
Wow.
Now, the Jets hung in there with the Vikings, 4-5-0.
Yeah.
And they blew that stupid Broncos game, but they destroyed New England and Tennessee. That's their only wins. So they have not beaten a quality team.
Nope.
Are the Jets going to fall to 2-4? Are the Bills going to fall to 3-3?
Yeah, I know.
that
one,
3-0 to 0-3 thing never happening is that's a number that is standing out at me. I don't like it. Jeff Ulbrich is the interim head coach for the Jets. They replaced their offensive coordinator too. His goal is to eliminate their slow starts.
Yeah.
They have almost as many. They have 13 penalties in the first quarter of the season. Only 14 points, the Jets.
Ooh. Wow. Hey.
Yeah, that 3-0 and never going 0-3. It's happened 12 times. The 11 times they have not fallen to 3-3. Jets pass rush is lacking, but the Jets D is 5th in points and 2nd in yards, dude.
Yep.
2nd in pass D, 14th in rush D.
If they didn't have their D,
so they can get some pressure on Allen.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to go Jets. I'm actually going to stick Jets.
Okay. I'll stick with the Bills then. That's fine. Okay.
So like, I'll keep the Bills. All right. So we changed some stuff up. Let's recap. You ready?
All right. Go.
We both went 49ers. We're both going Bears.
Both going Bears.
We're both going Packers to go to 4-2 as well.
Yep.
We're both going Texans to go. I think that'd be 4-1.
Yes.
No, they're 4-1 already.
5-1.
5-1. All right, I'm going Bucks to go up to 4-2. You're going Saints to go up to 3-3.
Yep.
I went Indy still. I don't know why. Don't know why. The Titans are 1-3. That's why I don't trust them.
Right.
You're picking the Titans to win that game. They're favored at home. I get it. We're both picking Philly, who is 2-2 on the season, to beat the Browns to go up to 3-2. We both are picking the Ravens, who are 3-2, to go up to 4-2 and knock the Commanders down to 4-2. We're both going Ravens.
Yep.
Are we both going Broncos now?
Yes.
Yep. Give me the Broncos. We're both going Broncos to go up to 4-2 and knock that Chargers team from 2-0 down to 2-3.
Yep.
I'm going Cowboys. You're going Lions. We've both flipped our picks. I like how you flipped that.
Yeah.
We're both going Steelers to stop a 2-game slide to go up to 4-2 on the road. They're favored by 3 to beat the Las Vegas Raiders, knock them down to 2-4. So both pick the Steelers. We're both picking the Falcons to go up to 4-2 and beat that Panthers team down to 1-5. So going Atlanta. I'm going Cincy because I can't see them going to 1-5.
True.
But they're a stupid team, so who knows? Giants are at home. They're 2-3. You took the Giants.
Yep.
And I went Jets to stop this crap and win the home game. And I don't trust them at home. Hold on.
Nope.
They're 1-1 at home. The Bills are 1-2 on the road.
Yep. So
interesting. They've lost the last 2 road games. They're on a road game thing here. That also could wear into it, even though it's in New York. It's in the same state. They've been on the road for 2 weeks. That could matter. So I'm going Jets for whatever reason, and you're going Bills.
Yep.
I decided to go against my initial thought on a few, just to see what happens because nothing's worked. So let's do it. Forget it. I have to take more upsets. I have to.
Yeah. No. And we only differ on 5. So, you know.
Games, we're 1-0. It's time to go, man. I want a 14-0 week. I want to be calling you Sunday night, be like, all right, so here's where you're going to wire the funds. We won. Let's go.
That's right. That's right. That's
and
funny.
Start catching up. How far back are we on the season? Are we we're probably like 9 back?
Oh gosh. Let me see. 1 second. We might be a little bit more than that, but let me see. 1 second. Let me boot up. But yeah, we need to start stringing like 11, 12 wins. Start catching up.
14-game weeks. If we can get double digits and get up to 70% each week and start, we got to get our season total over 60. So you had a great week. You had a solid week last week too. You're about to catch me, which is annoying. Because what sucks about that is it's great that you're catching me, but I was ahead. We need one of them to do well, you know?
I know. That's the thing. One of them at least to do well. Yeah. All right. It's pulling up now. Come on. It's slow. But
I'll recap for people. So this week we're going to have Jones for Jones on Tuesday night for Blitz, which I will unveil that name soon. Tuesday night at 7:30. It'll be on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Please go subscribe. Like I said, the goal is 1,000 by the end of the year, so let's get to 650. And then on Friday night, me and Bill, I believe we'll go at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will have Nick V from Packer Talk Net back on. He was on in August.
All right. Do you want to know the person that's leading right now?
How many they got?
They have 54 and 25. Their win percentage is 68%. So see, if we can get near that.
25. Wait, is that 69 games? Huh. Okay, maybe I did our percents wrong. We might actually be 76. That's 79 games. Maybe I'm 43 and 30. Is there an odd number of games? Oh, because the 49ers game.
Yeah.
So I
it added the 49ers game.
So I'm 44. So I'm 10 off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if, like I said, if you get in the 60s, you're in the money because the top 15 are at like 62% or higher. So we need to just.
So I'm 43 and 35 on the season, which sucks.
Yeah.
And you're 39 and 39. You're at 500 now. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not pretty.
I'm only 10 off if we can close the gap a little each week. It's not dead. So,
no, we're at 54% on ours.
That's
and then
the some upsets that I'm not fully buying, but I had to because some are going to happen. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. Every week some are going to happen. I mean, that's just.
Final recap. 49ers for me. Bears for both of us. We both did 49ers. Packers. We both did Texans. I took the Bucks. Bill took the Saints. I took the Colts. He took the Titans. We both took the Eagles. We both took the Ravens. We both took the Broncos. I went Cowboys. He went Lions. We both did Steelers. We both did Falcons. I took the Bengals. He took the Giants. I took the Jets. He took the Bills.
Yep. So we differ on 5.
I'm not feeling great about a few of them, but let's do it. So,
well, you know what? Hopefully we'll get the ones that we differ, and then the ones we differ, one of us picks up 4 of those games, and So
other than that news and that, people, we're almost at, gained a few today. We're almost at almost 6,800. So really close to 7,000 on Twitter. The goal is to hit 10K collectively. Please go subscribe and follow everywhere. It's
Please.
free for the rest of this year, but we're going to have some paid content starting in January, which isn't that far away.
Nope.
So we'll have postseason stuff and then off-season stuff. Please go check out our stuff. Go. Really, the biggest goal is to YouTube. Go subscribe. And we've got some fun guests coming up. So this week I'm excited. We're going to have a former Packer on later in the year. We're going to do at least one more show somewhere. Probably back at the Best Half. Definitely probably another location. So please go check everything out. I am Isaac. This is Bill. We'll be back on live next week. Thank you for your support during the break. You guys rock. So,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
I'm a game changer.